In this video, we're going to take a look at Flare. Will Flare help the utility of XRP? What about the price? Let's go.
And now, the XRP Minute with Chip on the chain.
Chip here with the XRP Minute. If it's your first time here, please like, subscribe, click that little notification bell below, and you'll be notified of any further videos. Now let's dive in. Ripple sentiment analysis. What will a trustless two-way bridge between Ripple and Ethereum mean? So Flare Networks, a blockchain project currently funded by Ripple, the company behind the issuance of XRP, is proposing the development of a trustless two-way bridge that will link Ripple and Ethereum ecosystems. Now we know that XRP is really a bridge currency, and it also is interoperable when we look at going between either fiats to XRP and back out the other side, and or cryptocurrencies. Think of Flare as the same way, being interoperable with smart contracts on Ethereum. Flare is the company that's tasked with the integration of smart contracts functionality. The XRP Ledger was funded by Ripple after a couple years of being in development. But you probably don't know is this has been in development for over 2 years. We just heard about this, caught wind about this back when Spring, the funding arm of Ripple, funded Flare. I believe it was about 6 months ago, roughly, if I recall correctly. And the XRP-L could easily become a scaling platform for decentralized applications, which would then see higher transaction throughput achieved. In addition, the XRP Ledger would increase its use cases and utility. Brad Garlinghouse recently echoed Flare's efforts, saying from his point of view, Flare is combining the best of XRP, very fast settlement, Ethereum, smart contracts, and Avalanche for consensus, which helps extend XRP's utility and allows developers to create smart contracts for new use cases like lending and DeFi. So these are two really new concepts to the XRP. I doubt very few people know in the DeFi space about XRP, and if they do, they probably didn't care as it didn't interest them. I think this is going to bring a whole new, I would say, interest into from the DeFi space coming across and back and forth. And I also think what the use case in itself has to help with the not only the utility but probably also the price. So what they go on to say is indeed this what Flare is proposing could be significant for Ripple. I absolutely 100 believe that's going to be major because you're now bringing in different audiences, and we know looking back recent news a couple months ago with Ethereum folks looking to tie into the XRP ecosystem, and there's a lot of friendly talk going on over there. XRP continues to lose out on the decentralized finance craze until now. Now it presents itself as the crypto that bridges traditional banking and crypto. So whether it will get a go-ahead to develop this bridge is something we'll have to wait and see. Now, we already know that it's probably further ahead than what this article is stating. And so how many people have claimed this Spark token so far? Well, the Flare put out a tweet that the XRP ecosystem response to Flare has been massive. More than 5,400 accounts holding a total of 295 million XRP have already set up to claim the Spark token in only 6 days. That's pretty remarkable. Ripple says it's throttling growth of global XRP remittance platform. What? I had a double take when I saw this. By the way, this article was sent to me by NBK Crypto. I appreciate that. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse said the company has more demand for its XRP cross-border payments product than it can currently facilitate. Everything we do in life is based on supply and demand. Here we have more demand than supply, which is a good thing, because if it's the other way around and you have way more supply, you've got nobody that cares, well, then you got a DOA, dead on arrival project. So known as on-demand liquidity, or ODL, the payments product relies on crypto exchanges to accept cash and move the equivalent of value in XRP across borders, where it can be then converted back to fiat currency. As long as there's enough liquidity in the XRP marketplace, transactions can process in seconds and largely bypass the issue of crypto price volatility. And this is another stronghold that XRP offers, especially when you're dealing with FX and fluctuations with fiat currencies, between maybe USD and maybe, a rupee, or different fluctuations. If it took longer, a minute, a day, or in the case of SWIFT, 3 to 5 days, you have a lot of volatility there. So in order to ensure the liquidity stays sufficient, Garlinghouse said that they've actually had to slow the adoption of the product. Now, this is really good news. That means that there's a lot of more interest than what they can basically deliver. And you got to look at it like this, is that they need to make sure that the infrastructure set up. They want to make sure liquidity is on both sides. The company recently hired a former Goldman Sachs FX executive, Aditya Tarikia, that helped create a strategy to boost XRP's liquidity and enlist more market makers, brokers, and exchanges. I would imagine someone else coming from Goldman Sachs. There's a couple people in the company from Goldman Sachs, right? And this is a key hire too, because this is actually going to go ahead and facilitate some of that. Moving right along. Digital Yuan, just as a quick story here, I just wanted to jump on this. Digital Yuan doesn't pose a threat to hegemony of the dollar, says expert. So this is kind of a little bit of a different take, since we've heard a lot about what about the digital yuan, what about it circumventing, the US, the dollar. So S.R. Prasad, a professor of trade policy at Cornell University and a senior fellow at the Brookings Institution, believes that even though China's digital yuan will enhance the renminbi's role as an international payment currency, it will hardly put a dent in the US dollar's status as the dominant currency. In an opinion piece published in the Project Syndicate, Prasad states that the Chinese government should keep reforming the country's financial markets and remove restrictions on capital flow to put both China's CBDC and national cross-border payment system in the global sphere to strengthen its adoption. He also goes on to say that even when the IMF added the renminbi to the 4 existing currencies in the SDR basket and gave it a 10.9% weighting, it was mainly the euro, the pound, and the Japanese yen that gave way, not the dollar. So this is just a little bit of a different take that I thought I'd toss out there. Ripple tries to diversify as it faces headwinds from the bank. So I love articles like this. A lot of the stuff is rehashed from other articles, real surface stuff. And as I'm reading down here, blah blah, winning over the banks, and oh my gosh, will they come aboard? What will they do? And then I got to this. What? Scott Garlinghouse, Ripple CEO? Wait a minute. Does Brad Garlinghouse have a brother? No, I think they just got the name wrong. I mean, you don't even get the name of the CEO right. It's not even like Bob. At least begins with a B. It's Scott Garlinghouse. What in the heck is going on out there? In the this is paymentcardsandmobile.com. Wow, you just got to wonder sometimes. These people and if you remember recently, there was an article that was put out in the Financial Times, I believe it was, that Brad Garlinghouse had jumped out there on Twitter and basically said that they completely got his Twitter handle wrong. You can Google it, right? It doesn't take a lot of time. XRP Ledger Lab team unveils plans for a security upgrade as some user proposes XRP blacklist concept. So XRP user at Consistent Benny shared his thoughts on how to use the security features of Zum Wallet for XRP storage and exchange could be improved. The Twitter user claimed that in some situations, blacklisting the address of the user's own cold storage could prevent his or her XRP riches from being deobfuscated. So also the possibility to auto-sync with XRP forensics identified fraud list. Now this is a massive thing. If you guys have been looking to see what's going on in the YouTube scam space, sometimes you watch these crypto videos and always some scam. It's usually CZ or maybe Brad Garlinghouse talking at on stage somewhere, and then there's a in the corner there somewhere there's something you can scan to basically lose your crypto. These are scams. And YouTube, it's been pervasive in the space. So one of the things that XR Plora has put together for forensics, they have put together an API that I'm hoping that all exchanges at some point will integrate. So if you were to accidentally, we weren't thinking one day, I don't know, for some reason you accidentally were going to go or somebody said, hey, send it to my friend, and it's this other one of these scam websites, it would give you a warning. Are you sure you want to send this? This came up on the scam, website. I mean, you could still send it, but at least you'd get some kind of a warning, because people have been losing a crazy amount of crypto. And so I love the whole idea of auto syncing this, especially if you have a cold storage wallet, and that would be a huge thing. So then Visa Win basically chimed in too from XRP Labs. He said it was he liked the idea, but he said it'd be better served as a client independent. This is a great idea if the hooks amendment that we're working on. You could store an on-ledger native list of hashes, accounts, and addresses you want to block, then no matter which client you use, whether it's XUM or something else, then the hooks amendment is approved, and any XRP holder would be able to customize his or her own blacklist regardless of the type of the instrument preferred. And also the hooks amendment would integrate in XRP forensics tools natively on a ledger layer. And as of today, they're only available on the XUM wallet. XUM reports and blocks transactions to compromised addresses on the XRP network. That's where Visa Win is always one step ahead, because they're already doing this. And this is something that I believe that more exchanges out there should adopt. It's going to be better for the entire ecosystem, especially the newbies coming in here, because it's easy to make mistakes, and by the time you've made it, there's no getting it back. And last but not least, I wanted to just end on a positive note here. If it's your very first time here, I would like you to go down below, leave a comment, let me know what you think of this. What do you think about Flare Network? Do you think it's going to increase the price? Do you think, obviously, utility is going to be welcome, but what do you think it's going to be, and how excited are you about the Spark token? Obviously, we know very limited amounts about it, but what are your thoughts about the Spark token? Is it going to be something that is going to be a real big win? I think it might be, because we don't know what that's going to be worth, and what will it possibly potentially be worth in 5 years? Don't know. There hasn't been any comment on it as far as price is concerned. That's my take. I want to know yours. Let me know down below. This is Chip. I'm out of here. I'll catch you on the next one.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.